Ji, thank you very much. Appreciate if you can stay on the stage, please. And if I can have Mr. Tanveer, Mr. Osama, Ms. Shazia Yaqub, and Mr. Birbal on the stage to give away the memento. All right, so Mr. Latif, if you could also join us on the stage, please. Thank you. So while we are giving away the mementos, I would also like to invite on stage the CFO of Mobilink. And we would like to thank our sponsors, Ubank, Mobilink, and Pasha, the CFO of Mobilink, or any representative. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So the mementos, please. Yep. Oh, right. Right, Jifara. So thank you very much. It was a very interesting discussion. A big round of applause, Ji. I know it's late in the evening, but still, we all have that energy. So, Mr. Armughan, Prosser. Mr. Muhammad Azam. And Mr. Zishan Ajay. Right, Ji, thank you very much. And we also have a memento for Mobilink, our sponsor. Right, and Pasha was our outreach partner, and we really thank them for that. So, yeah. Thank you very much for sponsoring the event as an outreach partner. All right. Thank you. Bahut shukriya. Thank you. Acha ji, just before dinner, the most interesting session that we are now having. And this is now, this is revolving all around the main purpose of the event, that was the awards. और इसके लिए, so this would be a conversation with the award winners. और इसके लिए I would like to call upon stage Mr. Khalid Rahman. So he is, Mr. Khalid Rahman is a council member, possesses 40 years of global experience in UK, Hong Kong, and Pakistan. He was the CEO and MD of Sui Southern Gas Company and held roles in Pakistan Petroleum Limited for 2 decades. He has also served as a COO at ICAP and has held various positions as vice president and also chairman of various committees. So Khalid Sahab, thank you for joining us here. I would also like to invite on stage now the winners. So representing Mizan Bank, Mr. Jawad Raza. I think we can give them another round of applause, huh? All right. Then from Pakistan Petroleum Limited, Mr. Mubashir Siddiqui. Mubashir Saab, Janab, aaiye. All right, and Mr. Rauf Jan from HBL. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the last event before the dinner, and I think it's the most informative part, and it's a shame that our audience probably has left and will not get the benefit of learning what our champions did. So thank you very much, and so my questions, I have one single question. So the same question applies to all 3 of you. Basically describing what the project was, what journey you followed in pursuing that project, and lastly, the challenges that you faced. So I would request the champions one by one to give their thoughts on it so that our audience can benefit from the work that they did and the success that they made in implementation of these projects. So over to you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Can you introduce yourself also? We've gone through the introduction, but a brief introduction would be useful.
Sure.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Jawad, and I head up Big Data and AI for Mizan Bank. The man behind the dashboard and the heading up the team. So a broad question that you just asked. What we did in our strategy in Mizan Bank was not think about the technology at all. We leave that out of the equation. First, we focused on the use cases that we were supposed to do. And alhamdulillah, we made about 40 use cases that we were supposed to deliver and are delivering. From there, we sorted out the use cases on a number of filters. One of the filters is the data available behind the use cases. Data quality becomes an impediment to such technological projects. So we took the data that was the most cleanest within the organization. And I'll open up. It's pretty easy. For a bank, your transactional data is the most cleanest. So we filtered out our use cases first on transactional data. We did not do anything based on KYC because that's the most unhealthy of data within the organization. Second thing was, do we have enough data to do machine learning and AI and dashboarding? Enough means both quality and the length of time that we have. So we filtered out based on that. Then we filtered out based on the expertise that we have and can we use explainable, simple AI and machine learning models to go over the curve to actually deliver those use cases. And the timelines we put on those use cases were about 4 to 6 months. Because if you take any longer than that, the management doesn't have patience, the users don't have patience, and then you have to make sure you show the results, drip feed the results to the organization so they stay interested. The longer the project takes, the more chances for it to fail. The stats against the data analytics project is such, 80% of all data analytics projects fail. So we had to avoid all these pitfalls. Once we had that, and the use cases we had to deliver, we then made sure that whatever we're going to deliver is going to be an actionable insight, and it's not going to change the internal or external or existing operations of the bank. It's going to be built within the existing operations of the bank, which means we don't have to make people relearn the entire operational structure of the bank. So we embedded within the current operations of the bank. And then we started delivering on and thinking about what technology can then support all of these strategic pillars. And then we went down, and then we went down, and then we went down right to each variable and attribute of data that we needed. We identified all the source systems, people sitting behind those source systems, people using those source systems within the bank. We gathered them. We had a long, 6 months long workshops. They absolutely understand the user requirements. Now, user requirements is something, I'm being long-winded, but you have to make sure. Usually the user comes and gives you requirements, but let me give you an analogy. Usually they will come and say, I have a headache. But they never tell you, as a project manager, you have to figure out, they will never tell you that headache is because, that's a symptom, it's because of blood pressure, of stress, or because of any other reasons that they have internally. That's what we needed to figure out. We got that right in our workshops. Everyone wanted a customer 360 dashboard, but what it meant for everyone was different. So we came up with a strategy. We built a single source for data, single source of truth, and we made multiple variants of truth for each and every single user of the organization. And hence, a 360 dashboard can be used by anyone within the organization under a layer of governance. So that was our strategy.
Thank you very much, Jawad. Very impressive, and I think a great job in terms of across the board use of the dashboard in the organization. I'm sure that would have improved both in terms of efficiency, in terms of the turnaround strategy, and in terms of operational benefits that would have come out of it. So congratulations, and congratulations for getting the award.
Thank you so much to you and ICAP. And
Yeah,
for this initiative, it's absolutely, when I come to ICAP, what I find that they do, keep pushing the image of chartered accountants, pushing it to a level where it has to be seen as in the technological digital forefront. And that's what I love ICAP, and that's why I was part of the CFO conference 2 years ago. So I absolutely love what ICAP is doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jawad. Excellent. Big applause for Mizan Bank. And so Jawad, so Mubashir, next is you. I think a major achievement in terms of automating your joint venture accounting and operations. Excellent work done, and many congratulations. So can you also answer the same question in terms of what the project was, the journey that you followed, and the challenges that you faced? So over to you, Mubashir.
Right. Thank you very much, Khalid Saab. My name is Mubashir Siddiqui. I am Head of Finance in Pakistan Petroleum Limited. I come from an oil and gas background, and as Khalid Saab is from, and he's my boss in the company as well.
Ex-boss.
Ex-boss, yes. So oil and gas industry, as you know, it works on the probabilistic business models. So this is the challenge we have. This is the lot of information that is generated, and it's all probabilistic. And the decision making is made on probabilistic business models. So the data is very important when it comes to the decision making. So we have more than 50 joint ventures which we are working with other E&P companies. And the reporting requirement is extensive. We have 10 joint venture partners working with all sorts of partners. It's the government holding companies, provincial holding companies, private investors, and then we have foreign oil and gas operators working with us. And they are all interested in getting to know how much are being spent on the projects, what is the cost that we are incurring, what is the chances of their being recovered through a discovery from an oil and gas wells, and a monthly joint venture reporting is done to each partner, and they never get to be satisfied with the reporting that we are doing. So we had an immense challenge as to provide them with the quality and precise and timely reporting so that they can get a good insight of what's happening in each joint venture and how their interests are protected. So this was the biggest challenge, and it was all being done manually in more than 50 joint venture areas. Staff were assigned these areas, and they were dedicated to these reporting requirements. And they were doing, most of the staff were doing a repetitive task without adding much value to the reporting at hand. And subsequent to the reporting, the staff had to deal with a lot of queries from the partners as to how this has been accounted for, and is it a fair allocation between the partners? And each joint venture has a different cost sharing mechanism. And this is all done under the regulatory requirement of a petroleum concession agreement, which is executed with the government of Pakistan. So each partner goes at length to, in fact, see each cost detail in minute details, and then challenge the operator with the share of cost that has been allocated to them. So this was the challenge, to automate this whole area. It was a big area, and we thought if a proper automated solution is applied to the joint venture accounting area, that's going to give an immense value and benefit to the company. So we started that journey, and we looked at many IT solutions that could possibly give us the deliverables that we are looking for. The challenge was the whole reporting is being assisted by different applications, IT applications, and siloed databases that are working, and then there's a human intervention, and then you get to have the final reports at your hand for circulation to the partners. And it takes few days every month. And if you will just calculate, this is thousands of reports being generated over a year. So we deliberated on each and every solution that could provide us this benefit. And the challenge was we had to have such solution that can interact with different applications. We are operating in a SAP ERP environment. And then we have the Microsoft Cloud and the OneDrive applications. So many bits of pieces of information scattered all across different applications. So we had to have a solution that could virtually work like a human and interact with these applications and come up with a reliable reporting at the end of the day. So finally, after much deliberation and discussion and working through pros and cons of different applications, we saw and we thought the only possible solutions that we can excel in is robotics process automation. And then I should mention here that this is the first robotics process automation application in a joint venture accounting area in E&P industry that we are working with. So this is the first of its kind that we have applied. And hats off to my team And Mr. Farhan Ahmed, I have just especially mentioned, and Mr. Faisal Shehzad, he's physically challenged, by the way. And then he was instrumental in putting up this effort. He worked day and night. So that all, this is another lesson. If you are physically challenged, does not mean that you can excel. So it is a living example here. Faisal, it's a good work.
Thank you very much, Mubashir. Congratulations to you, your team, and to Pakistan Petroleum. Extremely proud, and I hope we can do the same work in other areas of our operations. Over to you, Rauf. I need not repeat the question. Over to you.
I understand that I'm the only one between audience and the dinner, so I'll keep it short. And I'll just start by saying that we started this journey in 2019. When we started, you can understand that HBL has branches from China border to Chaman to Karachi and Peshawar and Muzaffarabad. We have over 1,700 branches. We have over 100 applications. Getting the data out of it and using it for internal audit has been challenging. When we started the journey, we thought about the main challenge which we faced was when you do the auditing, you rely on sampling, and we wanted to get away from that. The only way to get away from sampling is using the data, so that you can work on the population, you can identify the areas out of those samples, do the target testing and resolve it. And fortunately or unfortunately, COVID helped us a lot, because at the time of COVID, we could not visit the branches. So we started working on that deliberately and intelligently so that we have to make it efficient and effective. And over the periods, we started it from 2 branches. We changed it to 100 branches a month. Now we are doing it for over 1,000 branches a year. We have developed over 1,000 use cases which we use, which we call them key risk indicators, which we are currently using in our branch auditing and across the audit. The main thing which I want to highlight, which helped us a lot in HBL, was that HBL is not only a bank, it's more than a bank. We have to work, we have the largest treasury business, we have a lot bigger agri business, we have asset management side of things, we have credit side of things. And when you're working with so much dynamic environment, you have to work on the technology, otherwise you'll never be able to achieve it. So I would like to congratulate my team. They have worked very hard. Junaid is there, Akhlaq Sab is there, Arib is here, Akram was there, he works from Islamabad office, Salman is there, Sheikh Mustafa is there. And the supervision and direction from Armughan and Farhan, we cannot ignore that as well. So thank you very much. Thank you, ICAP.
Thank you very much. Very useful. We wish you all the best, and we hope that you'll be the role models for others, and we'll have more competition in the years to come, and better products and projects which are coming out of this initiative. Last but not least, I want to congratulate the Digital Board for taking this initiative, Khurshid yourself, for the excellent work that you've done. And I know it wasn't easy for you. You made it happen. So congratulations once again to the entire team who, congratulations. DAB obviously goes without saying. But the teams who participated, I think the winners or losers are not that important. It is the effort that has gone in. And the winners obviously for doing an excellent job and to have won this award. Congratulations once again. So with that, we conclude. I'm sure that there'll be a conclusion talk. Sarah, you take over from here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All the award winners, and thank you, Mr. Khalid. I think Ziad didn't mention one thing, that Mr. Khalid is also a very good golfer, and we have played golf together as well. Thank you so much. So for the closing remarks, I would like to call Arsalan Khalid, Vice President ICAP, and to say a few words. Please welcome Mr. Arsalan Khalid.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you, all of you, for coming together today, joining us on this event, I think, from ICAP. When we started thinking about introducing digital awards or technology awards, so we had a little chat within the council, and also the feedback that we got from other members as well, that ICAP is known for finance, skill set in accountancy, and also tax, etc. But what is driving ICAP to go for digital or technology, which is an area which is dominated by other kind of experts? And then we thought that, because we already have a platform where we reward or award people from finance, and the CFO of the year, etc., and CFO Finance Transformation Awards. Then we thought that, because if you think about the chartered accountants of the future, and you think about how their roles are going to evolve, the natural, I would say, the picture that comes to your mind is that the accountants of the future are going to be more involved in how the processes work within the finance, and also innovating things using technology, managing data, be concerned about the controls over security of data. These are the things which will take much of the time of the accountants in the future. And, people who deal with banks and financial institutions, they're already, I think, can recognize that how much expertise is required in data management, in creating databases, in data lakes, and also the concepts around security of data, and how to synchronize and data for use in the business. So the role of accountants in basically in innovating finance using technology, whether it's through creating reporting systems, dashboards, or through robotics, process automation. These are the areas where we need to recognize performances, where we need to recognize our members who are taking steps in these directions. Whether those steps are minor or major, they mean a lot, because these steps will basically determine our future and our role in the organizations, our importance in the organizations as we move forward. So the chartered accountants have to be innovative, have to take steps which are bold, be courageous, not be disappointed with failures which you may encounter when you go for newer journeys or things like projects in technology or any other projects which involve creativity or innovations. So for ICAP, it's extremely important as an institution which aims to promote the accountancy profession in Pakistan, that we work with our members and also all other stakeholders to promote advancement in accountancy through technology. Not only accountancy, but also, when I say accountancy profession, it involves not only finance, but also tax, also the business consulting, etc. So all of that combined together, I think, is relevant to us. And as you all know, technology is very much part of our daily lives. So what we do, our newer generation, obviously, is more into an environment where they live with technology. So why not the work that we do basically is enriched with technology by every passing day. So this event is meant to celebrate the efforts that we as accountants, whether we are working in industry or profession or wherever, you know, the efforts that we have taken to use technology and make things better for the businesses, for the corporates, and for the profession. So this is extremely important day where we are discussing our role in taking technology forward in the country. So thank you so much for playing your role by coming here, by joining us in these discussions, and also many congratulations to all the award winners. I think you have done a great job. And also a great and a big thanks to the chairperson of the digital board, Madam Khurshid. I think it was her idea to have these awards. I think it's a brilliant idea, and this is the first ever digital award. I think hope it will continue in the future as well. And we are really obliged by many sponsors and people who have helped us make this happen. And in order for us to thank all of them, I think it will take a lot of time. But I would just want to invite Madam Khurshid to come here and thank all our sponsors and all our friends who have helped us in making these awards happen today. So please, Madam Khurshid, you come and name people who have done it.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are right at the end now, and thank you for being so patient. Just a couple of thank you by names to people. So can I please call our MOCs, Ziad, Chaudhry, and Sarah on stage? Thank you so much. You both did a wonderful job as MOCs. Please bring the mementos for them. Ziad, thank you. Can we have Mr. Imadul Hassan also on stage? Some claps, ladies and gentlemen. Imad has also been one of our volunteers and helping us in a lot of trainings on forensic investigations and telling us about regulations. Thank you, Ziad, for all your support to the digital board. Ziad has been very active as a mentor also for the data analytics program. Thank you. Thank you, Arsalan. Thank you, Imad. Right, I will just do the other thank yous very quickly. First, to our sponsors, basically to Mr. Kabir Naqvi, CEO of UBank, for the sponsorship, and Ghazanfar Azam, who's a very active member of the digital board. He's the CEO of Mobilink Microfinance, and they have played a role as a strategic partner. And to Mr. Zohaib Khan, Chairman of Pasha, for helping us in today's event. I would also like to thank Mr. Mohammad Uzair and the Serena Hotel for hosting our event free of cost for us, and Hadi Shahid Saab also for always being there for us to host the Dubai celebrations whenever they are held. So thank you, Hadi Saab. And in addition, of course, we did have our strategic partners, or our patrons, I should say. Once again, thank you, Shwetank and Mohammad Azam, Nida Bana, Riaz Chonara, Khwaja Tanveer Salim, and of course the two council members, Farooq Rahman and Zishan Ejaz. Thank you so much for your support. I must say our training partners are also very good, and I have to thank them for always being there, listening to us and making all the changes and innovations which we continuously request them for. So this morning only I wrote to our data analytics strategic partners that, I think we need to make 2 papers now when we do the assessments, one for the finance people and one for the non-finance people, so that there can be wider coverage of the data analytics training program. So I have to thank Selani and the entire team comprising of Ali, Naveed, Fahim, everybody. Thank you, Noman. Thank you so much. And now we have on board the NUS team as well, Mr. Muhammad Ali and Salman Ahmad. And now they are also helping us with the data analytics. In addition, we've introduced a new training program. This is of a unique kind. So this is more about technology audit and about risks around technology. This is the first time anybody has ever made this sort of a training program, not only in Pakistan, but in the world for finance professionals. So whilst you may find some similarity of it with CISA, ours contains the unique things that we also have trainings on ISA 315 as well, so that our auditors are actually tech auditors, because this is the expectation out there from everybody. Further, I'd like to acknowledge everybody's efforts from ICAP. Umema, thank you so much for all your efforts. We did have a good volunteering team as well. And from Marcom, I have to thank Tahir and Aruba. Of course, Samra, Aisha, and Umair Jamal, I could not have done this. Shumaila, thank you so much. And from the IT team, Zishan Kadir, Adnan Usmani, Imran Hafiz, Arshad Bhatti, Talha Khan. So thank you, everybody. And thank you to Saif and his overseas team based in Dubai, Nafar and Yasir Gadit as well. Thank you for always helping out with such events. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now dinner is served, so please enjoy the dinner. Thank you.